This is going to be a heavy one, and it might be a long one. I may have to break it up into a couple of pieces, but we're talking about Zuckerberg and what he testified to Congress and what Sarah Wynne Williams has revealed in her testimony. Be right back. Welcome to Fortune Cookies Tarot. I'm Annabelle. I'm a tarot practitioner for over 35 years. My nose is itchy, so I am going to be starting a fight here. So, Sarah Wynne Williams, she is a former director at Meta, and she delivered testimony before the Senate Judiciary Committee this past week. This past week. You guys are going to be seeing this on Monday. And she accuses the tech giant of compromising American values and national security in an effort to really dig his heels in terms of business in China. Now, interestingly enough, the Chinese government, any business that is in China does have a heavy hand of the Chinese government. There is heavy regulation into businesses. So it doesn't surprise me that Mark Zuckerberg would have involved discussions and involved meetings with the Chinese government. He did learn Mandarin in order to communicate with them better, and he would have weekly meetings in Mandarin regarding a secret AI project that he was in cahoots with them. So we're going to ask a bunch of questions about this. I want you to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed already, subscribe, because I am definitely not putting this one on Facebook. So I'm going to bring up that card view, guys. As always, I want you to buckle up. So let's go. I have a lot of questions on this one. So, what is the truth behind Zuckerberg's alleged collaboration with Chinese AI developers? So and I'm going to ask further questions about what was the motivation behind this? Is it power? Is it profit? Is it pressure? Or is it something else? Now, I want you to understand, when we're working with OpenAI, that means that OpenAI taps into all of the internet, all of the information that's out there. Closed AI, it's not going to get that wealth of information from all resources. So this was I believe, an OpenAI project that would have worked with Facebook. You have a ton of information on Facebook. I have a ton of information on Facebook. You have your kids' baby pictures, your dog, your promotion at work, all of those things. So if Zuckerberg was working and allowing China to use Facebook as part of its OpenAI resource, they're using a lot of our information. So if it's for business purposes, so they can figure out what kind of shoes to sell us, that is fine. But if it's to use that information to overtake certain things, not so fine. So what was his motivation? We're going to look at 4 cards here. Is it power? Is it profit? Is it pressure, or is it something else? So we're looking power. Queen of Cups. He does love that power. He loves the power of information. I want to remind everybody what Facebook started as. Facebook started as an online project to rate the hotness of women on his college campus. He did this with the Winklevoss, isn't that their name? Winklevoss twins, then allegedly stole the platform from them. So it's got dirt all over it. So profit, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, power and profit here. I think Zuck is feeling a little bit left out of the mix with Bezos and Elon. I think he wants a little bit more action there. Elon and Bezos are going up to the stratosphere and different planets. Elon's probably going to colonize like some kind of rock out in space. But last one, is it pressure? King of Wands in reverse. That is Interesting. I think we've gotten all three. Is there something else there? The devil in reverse. I do think that they have enough information on him that he's a little nervous. I think they know enough about Zuck himself that he's a little bit nervous and wants to make sure that he safeguards his well-being. Interesting reading, my friends. So, what are the consequences that he may face in the next 6 to 12 months? And we're going to look at legal, professional, and reputational. Throwing cards all over the place, guys. Throwing cards.
You're all this super villain crap from these guys. You know who I miss?
Who do you miss?
I miss Tom from MySpace.
You miss Tom. Tom from MySpace is
He
like,
never asked for anything.
he's fishing at a lake right now. He's just like hanging out. He's like, I'm good. I'm good, guys. You do what you do.
$4 billion or whatever.
Yep.
From it.
So consequences for Zuck: legal, professional, and reputational. Let's see, legal. 8 of Wands. That's going to take some time. I think they're going to have to unpeel that onion and the layers. Onions have layers.
Is it over?
Huh?
Is it over?
No. Cake's got layers too.
I'm for
Poppy.
Poppy.
So professional. I don't think he is going to be able to duck out of that. That 8 of Swords, he is really stuck there. I think he's going to have to talk to our government, plead mea culpa, and see if he can get back on the good foot. And over here, reputational, that Tower in reverse, he is going to devastate his reputation. And is it because he's not trustworthy? Let's see that. Queen of Pentacles, he was not trustworthy in that.
The guy that gets bit by a zombie doesn't tell anybody.
He is the guy who got bit by a zombie and doesn't tell anybody. He's that guy. I think I'm that guy too, though.
I don't think you can keep your mouth shut about it.
Huh?
I don't think you can keep your
I'd
mouth
be like, oh my God, look at this festering wound. Does this look like festering? Do you think it's a zombie bite?
You think it's zombie? I don't like how you framed it so good.
Oh my God. Do you have any HP sauce? I'm hungry. So did Zuck was he intentionally deceptive to Congress? Was that intentional? We got to ask. We got to see if there's a little bit there. 2 of Cups. Yep, he was talking out of 2 sides of his mouth. Page of Cups, 8 of Cups. He was talking out of both sides of his mouth, guys. Not a lot of loyalty here. Which I think is very curious because he also just bought like a $23 million home in DC. How will this young lady's testimony impact Zuckerberg's control over Meta? Is it going to have any effect on his control over Meta? He's got buckets of money. He likes to give a lot of it away. He built like a weird statue of his wife, didn't he?
You know, a lot of things weird with his wife. He like went to like a wildlife preserve and like destroyed the whole area to give his wife an elven wedding. And
oh, that's right. They did have like an elven wedding, didn't they?
Yeah, but it was like in a preserved area where like endangered species of like trees and like certain birds were there, and they just kind of trampled the whole place.
Hell of a guy. I've got money. So how is his testimony going to impact his control over Meta? Wheel of Fortune, it looks good. I don't think King of Wands. I think they tuck him into the background, which is going to be really hard to do. Under the surface, yes, they're going to tuck him into the background. They're going to say he's not a decision maker. 7 of Cups are going to create a lot of dust. And the 10 of Swords, I do think ultimately we are going to see him probably in the next few years resign, retire from Meta. I said it here. Let me do future cast. So I do see that Zuck is going to have to resign from Meta, but not until this colonoscopy of his professional behavior is gone. Is there any hidden factor or influence that is shaping his current decisions? Anything hidden that is shaping his decision? Oh, you big fat dummy. He is a dummy, Greg. So, I do think, and this is so foolish, I think that he was under the impression that he was dealing with dumb Americans, and though he was dealing with the Chinese, and I don't think that he really believes that there is an intense power grab that will extend to those kinds of things. I don't think that he really believes in that, because he is an American and he has been privileged, and I did say privileged enough to be in a commercial friendly country for so long. I don't think he understands what control and censorship really is about. I think he exercised a little bit of censorship himself during the elections, but I don't think he really knows what government censorship is like, and he may well get a taste of it. So, the hidden factors and influences affecting him, I think tucking tail and coming back and buying this house in DC, trying to cozy up to the Trump administration. I think he's a little bit worried about his well-being. Is Zuck worried about his well-being? High Priestess in reverse, the Four of Wands. He's looking for safety. Seven of Swords from the bad guys. I think he is worried about his well-being a little bit. So, boys and girls, that is quite a bit of information. I am going to break this up into 3 parts. So you're going to get 3 parts over a few days. Sit tight. You're going to get part 2 in just a little bit. I will see you guys in the next one.